to change your mind, because some of you are thinking about giving up because you're in a season of failure. But just because you failed doesn't mean that God doesn't have a bright future in store for you. It is always too soon to quit. But I want to remind you that failure is not final, it's formative. It is part of the process. It's part of the journey. Your failure matters as much as your success. How do you think you're gonna grow if you don't ever fail? Yet some of you have failed and you have decided, well, guess what? I'm a failure. No, failure is an event. It is never a person. Just because you failed doesn't mean that you're a failure. In fact, failure is actually fuel for your future. The way that you grow, the way that you advance, you have to fail in order to succeed. Like every one of my successes is stacked on top of failures. You need to get a revelation today that the joy is not in the success, the joy is in trying. The joy is in the process.
The state of your life is nothing more than a reflection of the state of your mind. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. No matter what circumstances have shown up in your life, the quality of your life will always and only be a reflection of your state of mind. In other words, how you feel about your life is your life. That is the very reason we have people who have nothing, materially speaking, who are miserable, and others who live in a consistent, beautiful state. The same reason we have people who seemingly have it all, the money, the cars, the wealth, but are depressed.
I don't need to tell you what happens in your life. You're always focused on a problem, and it's all you see. And this isn't because your life is all problems. It's because that's what you chose to focus on. And what you focus on grows. And realize that that's a choice you have. That's a mental decision that you're making. But Allah gave you both. Allah gave you, yes, you have a challenge, but you have a lot of blessings at the same time, but you're not focusing on them. You don't even see them. And so they become like nothing to you. And instead you're surrounded, and then you become paralyzed by your problems. And that is why? Because you took that one problem, you hyper-focused on it, and it grew. And it became all you see, and therefore it surrounds you, and then you become paralyzed by it.
Everyone are going to tease you till you reach a position. And when you reach a position, everyone are going to tell you, I told you, right? You were the best. And when you fall down, they are going to tell to you, I told you, right? Don't go so much. This is life, and it's okay. We are taught to be like that. We are always taught to be like that. And just watch on your feelings. If you have a serious feeling to tease others, it is lack of your confidence.
Why do we drive fast? Is it because of the thrill? Or is it because of the feeling that we get from going full throttle? We do it because it's our escape from reality. For that split second, we are truly free, completely disconnected and yet fully connected, in tune with our machines. It's for those few waking moments when we push ourselves as drivers that we feel like we can finally breathe. Reality becomes dreams, and dreams become reality, as though we've been gasping for air all this time. So why do we drive fast? Well, it's for those few seconds where speed washes away the pain, where everything fades, only to leave a feeling of contentment.
Gonna knock the life out of some people.
To do what you want to do, it's not what school about. Y'all got to understand, this ain't just about school, this is about life. If I showed up here every day, didn't show up on time, went to sleep, didn't teach, didn't give y'all work, they will fire me. So y'all got to understand, stop showing up every day thinking that this is just a game, it's playtime. We're going to have fun. We're going to have time to chill and talk and play. But right now, not that time. Right now, let's do some work. And when we get that done, I'm going to give y'all the freedom to have fun, be on your phone, chill and play. But right now, we got work to do.
I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?
You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning. So I think colleges are basically for fun and to prove you can do your chores, but they're not for learning.
Nobody is perfect. People are going to tell you you're perfect just the way you are. You're not. You are imperfect. You always will be, but there is a powerful force that designed you that way. And if you're willing to accept that, you will have grace. And grace is a gift. And like the freedom that we enjoy in this country, that grace was paid for with somebody else's blood. Do not forget it.
Loneliness is way too over-stigmatized these days. I feel like if you tell somebody like, hey, I'm lonely, they gonna be looking at you all weird and crazy like, oh shoot, this guy must be off the chains. When in reality, like, we're all a little bit lonely. And I honestly think like a lot of the bad things that happen in society is because people don't have like an appropriate place to express their negative feelings, like the hurt that they've experienced, the anger that they've felt, because we as a society tend to be so hostile towards anybody different or anybody who's not like us. So maybe, you know, we should treat each other better. We should create safer places for people to express who they really are. And maybe we'll see less damage happening out there in the real world.
But whatever you resolve to do, I want you to commit to it. I want you to really work at it. I know that sometimes you get that sense from TV that you can be rich and successful without any hard work. That your ticket to success is through rapping or basketball or being a reality TV star. Chances are you're not going to be any of those things. The truth is, being successful is hard. You won't love every subject that you study. You won't click with every teacher that you have. Not every homework assignment will seem completely relevant to your life right at this minute. And you won't necessarily succeed at everything the first time you try. That's okay. Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who've had the most failures.
Billy Graham is a sinner. You are a sinner. And sin is very serious in the sight of God. Because the result of sin, the penalty of sin, is death. Physical death we all know about. But it's spiritual death. You can be alive right now physically, but your soul is dead. Your spirit is dead, and you keep searching for something and you can't find it. You don't know what it is. You can't find it in money. You can't find it in drugs. You can't find it in sex. You can't find it in all of these other substitutes. You'll never find what you're looking for in life till you come to the cross of Christ and are born again.
You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not even who you were this morning. You are who you decide to become, who you commit to become. You could be one decision away from a completely new life.